Crazy. Crazy work for real, for real. Who is this? AC, come here.
Hey, what's going on?
What's the word?
I just want to say something real quick. So remember when you were saying like how did Holly get blood inside her palm?
Yeah.
So I can't okay, so basically like I was thinking, right? So remember when you were saying like you believe that Carlos shot the gun? And you were like, well, she had blood inside her palm and outside her palm. Like, how she get blood inside her palm and she had blood outside her palm from
Yeah.
the
Well,
dab up, right?
I didn't say he shot the gun. I said he directed it because of the
He's
recoil of
like,
the
right.
gun. He had his hand on her forearm, and but it's a chance he could have shot the gun. I ain't saying that's not my 100% opinion, but I do feel like he directed it. He was too damn close to the point.
Okay, so I get what you're saying. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to misdirect your
No.
words. But my theory is like only way that Holly could get blood inside the palm of her hand is if he shot the gun and then she had to grab it and take it back to the sidewalk. And because you already said that she was up and close and personal, right? And then you said that he directed the gun. He was the only one that could have been able to, that had Robo's head in the palm of his hands. So she got blood on her because after he directed or shot the gun or whatever, he had to let go of Robo at some point and then grab the gun and then he had to give it back to her before anybody seen it and go back to the sidewalk. So the only way that she would have blood in the palm of her hand is if she grabbed the gun and it had blood on it, right?
Damn near. I hear what you're saying. I hear
Do you get I might not be saying it
Nah,
right.
you
Like
got it. I hear what you're saying. Now you saying it right. I hear what you're trying to say. That is
right.
if he did something first and then passed the gun to her.
Exactly. That's the only way that makes sense. Now, as far as the blood on the rest of her body, I ain't really like figured that out yet. But that's self-explanatory. It don't take a rocket science to figure that out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
but it's blood, but it's also blood. See, there's no trail from the past. If you see this picture right here, there's no trail from the passenger side to the body though. All the blood is in front of her car. So even if he was to have walked and gave Holly the gun or Holly, there's no the blood. Everything happened in front of this motherfucking car, technically, which is crazy. I feel like when she was in the headlock, that's when Holly shot her, and all that blood came out, and that's why I was able to hit his shoes and her shoes like that. Because the most blood is in front of her door, right there, and blood is not water. So when you step in blood, it don't splatter up. It don't just. You know what I'm saying? It would have to be a whole bunch of blood because it's thick as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, but shout out to you though, for real, for real. Let me let somebody else come up. Thank you though. Who is K?
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. This is not for Quadre because I already seen these videos. This is for Quadre because he stay in the chats talking shit on every lab that I get in and trying to push this narrative about everybody against Los and trying to make Los name look bad and this, that, and the third. But
you already seen these videos. How you see the video?
Yeah, I seen the videos already. But anyways, that's back to this. I don't know if he's in your live right now, but you trying to say Carlos is such a good dude and Romeca was this way and she was that way. But her cousin just confirmed the other night that Carlos gave her STD while she was pregnant with her baby.
You said Carlos did what?
Yeah, her cousin said that Carlos gave Romeca an STD when she was pregnant with Lil Lo. She had an STD from Carlos.
Damn, the cousin said that?
Yeah, and she said that they was getting all this led up to her seeing a transgender texting his phone, and she showed it to them and asked them, do they feel like it was true? And they said, well, if that's his number, then it's true. So that's why it led up to all this back and forth with her even at the scene meeting up with them, like seeing them. They was already arguing about that. She had found out that he was gay. And I believe it was Quadre who the motherfucking text messages was coming from, since he got so much to say.
Yeah, but see, I got word of that too before it got put out today or whenever they put that out. I got word of that situation too. But if that man, I mean, if the man like to do the bending, I'm saying that don't have shit to do with what happened September 8th. Holly is with this.
That's what they was going through. It wasn't even about no eviction. It was because Romeca was trying to leave him alone. Like she found out. Well, I guess she saw the text messages in his phone from a man.
Type shit. But I'm saying we have to take away that for a second. You know what I'm saying? I see what you're saying. And it took me a long time to take away the personal lives of shit, right? The thing is the crime scene. The thing is it was a blind spot at the crime scene. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And I believe that's how shit got so lost in the sauce. And that's how Quadre became somebody that people feel like is a credible speaker.
I was in the chat saying I agree with you 100%. It looked like he was digging for something. It looked like he could have had her damn phone, because you say he had two phones and putting one away. I believe he was deleting some messages or deleting a call. Maybe they was going to link up right there, and she didn't know Holly was there, and then she saw Holly. I believe that Carlos played that shit all the way around, because it was a video going up of Romeca saying her baby daddy's so stupid that he want her to be in confrontation with females. Like he was telling her, like, you don't check hoes when they say something to you about me. And she was like, why would I go back and forth with a female that you fucking with? So yeah, I believe he's that type, and I believe he meant that to happen. Holly may not knew what she was getting herself into, but Carlos knew. Carlos knew. He was being real sneaky.
And I feel like if we go back based off what you're talking about, the situation with him doing the bending and getting bent over and all that, right? With the chicks with dicks, that I feel like she lost respect for him, and if he go into anything. So I don't want you. I don't have that respect for you. You know, females do that though. You know, that goes if a man was to put his hands on you, right? You might have looked at him into a certain way. But once he put his hands on you, you no longer fuck with him. I lost respect for you. You know, once a female, it ain't about love sometimes. Well, it is love, but respect plays a long way with love. A female can still respect you.
Let me tell you something. He was trying to play a game. He got caught up. He couldn't get no place in his name. That everything seemed like it was in Romeca's name. She was doing good. She found out that he was a fucking punk. She left his ass alone, and he tore up her shit. Yeah, he was torturing her. Trying to link up with her. He knew that she was gonna have to drop Lil Los off, and that probably is her routine, making that U-turn. She probably always make that U-turn. I don't know, but he knew. He knew everything that you saying be adding up in his face. Like he knew, and he was doing some creep shit at that scene. And the police was supposed to tell him to get back. Paramedics was supposed to tell him to get back. He wasn't supposed to be allowed to touch her. They were supposed to say, "Get back, let us do our job." They allowed him to stay there, stand over her. They acting like they trying to help her, give aid to her, but still letting him touch her.
Yeah, I never seen those. Have you ever seen something like that happen before?
No. I done been on plenty of crime scenes.
That's crazy shit. But thank you though. Let me let somebody else come up. I'm just giving people one-on-one opinion. Then eventually I open up the panel to be a little bigger. But I just want to hear people one-on-one thoughts before, because some people don't like when they get all cluttered and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you.
Yeah. All right.
Type shit. Come here, ex-wife.
Hey, Keys. Couple things I wanted to point out. So based on, and this is what I understand, based on what Quadre is saying, and we all know that he's a liar, but based on what he's saying, he started off saying, well, he said, I don't know if he started off saying, but he said that Holly had, based on the video that he claims to have, he said that Holly had the gun in her waist. But then he said, soon as Romeca got out of the car, she was on Holly, like right away. Like she didn't even address Carlos. She went straight to Holly. So at what point, because the witness said, the Hispanic lady said that she heard Carlos tell Romeca that Holly was going to get her gun. And she obviously, supposedly went over there and walked and got the gun. So what Quadre is saying about she had the gun in her waist, that's got to be a lie. And then another thing, Holly, some of the blood, they had to do something with that body after it was shot, even Holly, because some of the ketchup on her shoes is splatter and some of it is smudge. And a lot of what's on Carlos, the ketchup on Carlos, is smudge too. So it obviously it ain't just making sense.
They
You know what I'm
moved the
saying?
body. Not they though. He moved the body at least 2 feet, according to my sources on the crime scene. He moved the body at least 2 feet, right from afar. That's a person from afar. As y'all can
Mhm.
see, the ketchup is smudged on the ground.
Exactly. And
He
the smudged
moved,
on Carlos too.
yes, and he moved her, and I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't put some of her blood on that baby. I'm not going to, just to make it seem like she went after that baby. So it's a lot of craziness going on, but I appreciate you. Let me let somebody else come up here right
Thank you.
quick. Shout
Thanks
out
for
to
letting
you.
me in.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Who is this? TT? 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 TT?
Yes, I'm here. You hearing me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I understand what everyone is saying. First of all, shout out to you, Big Keys. I really love what you're doing. I've been listening to you for quite a while, and I appreciate the fact that you do sociology, and I feel like that's why you're able to break this down so good. By the way, I'm a professor. I teach this stuff, so I kind of know exactly what you're talking about. First of all, let me say this. We don't want to stray from what's really happening here. Yes, Romeca was loud. She was always trying to get Carlos to get together, whatever, get himself together. We see that a lot in the Black community where we always want to, like, stick by our men, like call them out for what they're doing. And when I look at her video, I think that's what she was doing. I feel like he wasn't like, you could see that he's one of those guys that's always, nothing is wrong with hanging out in your community, but he's always in the community, always hanging out. I feel like as a nurse working 2 jobs, sometimes she probably get frustrated, want him to just be that family man he proclaimed himself that he would have been. Because a lot of these guys, they come in your lives and they do promise these things, right? So that
Yes.
could have been something like that. He promises that, hey, I'm going to do this. And then he did not keep up to that. We see Black women doing this all the time. Black women are a woman of protest. They call us loud, Black women, all of that. But Black women have been protesting in the streets for years. And we unfortunately have to do that with our men. And sometimes we're going to get loud like Romeca. It doesn't mean she's aggressive. It doesn't mean that she's whatever people is proclaiming her to be. But let me tell you this. A lot of times when women like Romeca walk away,
Yes.
men like Carlos don't like that. They don't like that. Like, how dare you start having some sense? Sometimes they blame the family. They claim it's the family telling you like that because they're not used to you having any sense. They're not used to you getting your life together. So the minute you walk away, and a lot of women do this, they stay 10, 20, 15 years, but then after a while, they grow up. I've been telling a lot of women, you stop wasting your younger years on men. And I know that young women in their 20s, they're not seeing that, but the older women around them see that. They themselves have lost years of their lives with men like Carlos. But sometimes they grow up. Sometimes they grew up in their 50s. Thank God for Romeca, she grew up in her 30s. She started saying, this is not for me. I don't think he liked that. I don't think he liked that at all. I think he got so scared seeing that quote unquote toxic Romeca is no longer trying to argue with him over a woman or whatever they say she was doing. She's now leveling up. If you look at some of her Facebook, because I was looking at her stories trying to understand this, and when I dissect it, you could see that this was a broken young woman. I don't know. I'm not trying to disrespect the family. Maybe she didn't have a father figure in her life. And a lot of times women do that. They look for daddy in their men. Right? It's kind of like a trauma bonding thing. But the minute she stopped trauma bonding, trying to become an RN, when you become an RN, your money goes up, right? Trying to better herself, being a some sort of example for her son. He did not like that. I think that's what's going on. He used Ollie, and I feel bad for Ollie as well, that she allowed herself, Quadeja, whatever, because we don't want to keep saying Ollie to dilute. We need people to know that Quadeja Johnson did this. Stop saying Ollie. So when Quadeja did what she did, she was used. She didn't know that. Men do that all the time. I also looked at his his story or whatever he had up with the baby, you could look in his eyes and see he wanted someone to be jealous. When he was piercing the baby's ears, he
Damn
wasn't in
right.
that moment. He wasn't
Talk your shit.
genuinely in the moment. He wasn't trying to, be there for them. If you look at how he looks into the camera and he just focused on the stupid camera, he wanted someone to be jealous. And that could have been Romeca. I also listened to some of his music. One of his earlier music, he talked about he will kill for Roro. Right? That's Romeca. So he really loved this girl. Two of them were together. He's like 4 years older than her. Two of them were together when they were younger, but she grows up. We all know men no offense, Big Keys, but men do take a long time to mature than women. And sometimes we sit with them. We either, stay with them because we don't want to leave. And sometimes we outgrow them. He did not grow up. He was still a little boy running around in the community. No real goals in life, just trying to be the next upcoming rapper, while she's more focused on being in society, trying to become an RN. Which, what does that mean? It means she's gonna get health benefits, all of these things she's thinking about, possibly buying a house.
She was gonna leave him behind.
Yeah, and then
do better for
that's
herself.
exactly.
But hold on, let me let somebody hold that thought.
Sure.
Let me let somebody else come up here right quick. Shout out to you though, 100%. Hold on, let me let somebody else's opinion get heard.
Hi,
Come
Keys.
in, Miss. What's the word, Miss Didi?
Miss Didi. Hi, Keys. How are you, young man?
I'm doing good.
That's good. I came across your channel right when this happened with this baby, and I've been a subscriber ever since. So thank you so much for bringing us the news and staying abreast of this heinous crime. I too am from Chicago, the low end. Graduated from Dunbar in class '87. I'm also a United States Air Force war veteran. And earlier when you mentioned how the detective stated something regarding there being a blind spot, there's no such thing as a blind spot. We have what you call a satellite in space. As a veteran, as a war veteran, for the things that I had to do and things that I saw, I could go down to the rainforest and spot an ant. Okay. So a lot of things, and I get it, a lot of things that they put out is because most people don't know the full extent of how things are investigated, so on and so forth. So I get that, but don't try to play us like we're done. Not you. I'm talking about
I'm saying the investigators, the detectives told them that it was a blind spot.
I know. That's what. Yeah, and I'm agreeing with what you mentioned. What the investigator said.
I don't agree with that, but
I know that it's not true, and I just want your audience to know that as well. Like I said, I'm a war veteran. I'm an Air Force veteran at that. Okay, so no, with this technology, no. But nevertheless.
No, you're right though. I'm just saying I never wasn't my thoughts. I was just reading the what was told to me. I was gonna like I said, I was gonna break it all down and leave my thoughts, but I do know it's satellites out there type shit. You know what I'm saying? Since we're talking about Kevin Gates with the 2 phones, Candyman Lowe said 2 phones. Kevin Gates also got a song called Satellites. So you're right about that type shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And one of those phones was their baby's, as well as any jewelry or whatever else that she had on her that he deemed or that chick deemed valuable is what he took. And it's really sad that you stoop that low to rob someone whose blood is crying out to the Most High. You stoop that low. Yes, he was butthurt, as the woman that was on before me stated. He was butthurt because that young lady, or her beautiful self, and Khadijah, also a beautiful young lady. It just, all of this is just horrible. But that young lady, she when a woman is done with you, that man knows. It's something. Well, you're a man yourself. It's something within you guys that know. Oh, it's nothing that I can do anymore.
I ain't never had that type. I ain't never had that type of problem. I don't know. I'm gone. I'm the one gone. I don't.
You gone? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gone. But shout out to you though. Let me let somebody else come up here right quick.
Okay, baby.
Shout out to you. Then I'm gonna open it up to a thing. I ain't gonna keep everybody here long type shit.
Okay. Well, thank you for bringing me on. Thank you.
You welcome. Anytime. Feel free. How you doing? What's your name?
Hey, Keys. So my name is Tion Tanae. And I've been sitting in on the lives. I've been kind of following this case from the beginning. Shout out to you. You've been doing a good job. I want to start off by giving my condolences to Romeca's family. I came on here. Well, first of all, the veteran is right. So I worked for Department of Defense. The lady that just left off, she's right. They got satellites that can see everything, but they don't deem certain crimes worthy of zooming in. So that's true. What I wanted to say was this about the whole situation. Romeca and Holly are the same weight class. And this is for all the Holly supporters, I guess, and they keep saying that Black women are angry, we're mad because we're keeping up with this case. If this would have happened in Calabasas, a white woman dropping her son off to school and being unalived at the scene, the white women would be just as upset. It's not about Black women being angry. White women would be just as upset. Hispanic women, we're upset because we're mothers. No mother should be gunned down after dropping her son off to school.
Facts.
Okay. Everybody on the planet has a mother or had a mother. That's why we're upset. We're not going to mind our business. This is our business. We are mothers. I wanted to say that because I see a lot of people that come up on a panel and they're saying, like, just let it go, let it go, let it go. No, we're not going to let it go. We're mothers. No mother should be gunned down taking her child to school. Secondly, as I'm saying, if they're in the same, and then they also say we're being emotional, we should be more logical. Well, there was no logic used in a situation that day because logically, you would not murder your son's brother's mother. They act like some stranger ran up on them. This was her son's brother's mother. Logically, you would not murder your son's brother's mother. Logically, if you were really scared of a person, you would not release antagonizing, I would never videos, right? Logically, if you're afraid of a person, when you see them, or if you're afraid of any situation, when you see them, you gain distance immediately, logically. And last but not least, she said she shot her because she feared for her life. Fear is an emotion. So for you all to say that we should think logically, but then say that she shot her because she feared for her life, which is an emotion, is not logical. I just wanted to say that. So that's not logical.
Shout out to you. Hit the,
all right.
I'm gonna let the next person come up, but thank you for your opinion. Appreciate you. What's the word? Damo. Dominique.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. Hello?
Your thing not working.
I hear you though.
I can't hear you.
You can't. Intel, can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
What'd you say, Intel? Oh, you can't hear me. That's your did you charge up your AirPod? Type shit? I don't know. Well, come in, Kelly.
Hello?
Hey, yo,
Yeah,
Keys.
Damo.
Keys.
What's the word?
Check it out. Now that you said that, I just looked at his shorts, right? And the white part of his shorts where that white stripe is blood on it. So I'm wondering is that why he wore black that day? And Holly got on a black hoodie.
But she got the same, but she got that same outfit on.
She got the same outfit on, but you know she put the black hoodie on. So did she put the black hoodie on because she got blood on her or to stop the blood from getting on her?
To
and did he wear black?
Yeah.
So we couldn't see how much blood got on him because if you notice, he got on black. They both put black on.
Yeah, they was dressed to kill type shit. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying because the weather was no different that weekend. I remember that weekend type shit. For real. Because I was outside. It was hot in the motherfucker. I mean, it wasn't hot, but I was in my car. It was hot. I'm like, damn, type shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, it wasn't hot. That's why. Yes, and that's why they dress two different ways.
But they still had that black on. But you know, black is you're not really gonna see the blood like that with the black on. So when you said that, that's when I'm putting it together. Like, oh, hold up, is that why he wore the black? But zoom in on his shorts, right? On that little white part. you'll see it's red. It's some red on that white part, but you can't
I've
see
been,
the rest because he got all black on his
I've been
shorts.
peeped. Yeah, I've been peeped.
You
And
right
then
there.
yeah,
You see that? You see that on
yeah,
that white part? That's
yeah.
blood right there.
That's a lot of ketchup.
Yeah, a lot of
That-
ketchup. It's a
yeah,
lot of
that's
ketchup.
one. But you know, there ain't no ketchup going from the back of the car or the front of the car. Everything happened at the front of the car. But for her for Romeca to been running after her, where's the trail of blood?
Right.
Their ass going to jail. That's what I'm saying. Fuck. Thank you
Big
so
Keys,
much.
that's all I dropped in to say. I'm off this.
Thank you. Let me let the next person. I ain't gonna keep y'all here long. It's Sunday, man. You know, I hope everybody have a great Sunday type shit. Let me bring up Damo again. Damo, come in. Damo. All right. This is your Bluetooth. Sometimes the Bluetooths don't be working. For real. Shout out to everybody in the building. Angel, it ain't letting you come in either. Let me see. Who is this? K Dominique, you was up. Yeah, Damo. Who's that? Damo?
No.
Damo.
This. Oh.
Yeah, you was up here before, but your thing wasn't working. Yo, hello? K Dominique.
Hey, so I wanted to just say, touch on what the other lady said like 2 callers ago when she was talking about logically you wouldn't do that to your son's brother's mother. And that's my whole thing. Carlos has known Romeca, has had a relationship with her, regardless if it's romantic or not. There's a certain level of that will always be your family. And it's a certain level of loyalty and integrity. The fact that he didn't initially, I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say, but react to Holly doing that. Like, I feel like naturally, if something like somebody caused that much pain of losing a parent to your son, like he has to live with that for the rest of his life. Like he didn't even react to Holly. Like, I feel like he should have caused some damage to her and it would have been justified. Like he should have immediately like went over there to her and choked the shit out of her. I mean, excuse my language, but smacked her. I mean,
yeah, you're right. So keep talking shit.
Like naturally, like how do you just be like, he's actually protecting her? And it's kind of weird. It's like your son, the love of your son should override everything. Like he should be able to keep his women in control. Like she just murdered the mother of your son. Your son got to grow up and ask questions. Like, how do you logically, like, how does that work?
I'm saying as far as keeping his woman in control, see, it's different when y'all still, let's just say if it's sexually active with each other. I don't know when the last time he touched her, right? But my daughter, about 7, 8, 9 years old type shit. I ain't touched my baby mama in 7, 8, 9 years type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying once you start playing them type of games where I feel like I can come in contact with you and we do something and then I break apart from you sometime. You playing with people's emotions. So you can't control a person's emotions if it went to the point where it was like, damn. But I don't believe in this case that emotion played a part on Romeca. She just dropped her son off. You in a loving state. You know, you in a protective state, right?
Right. No,
You're
but
not,
that's
yeah.
I'm not saying from Romeca's standpoint. I'm just saying Carlos as a man, it should be a understanding that y'all not going to take this too far because I have 2 children by both of you. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he can control. Yeah. I'm saying he's present first and foremost.
But he a lit mama though. But I'm saying he a lit mama though. He want the attention. He a lit diva himself. You know what I'm saying? Okay, like the lady just said, when he was sitting there with the piercing, getting the child ears pierced, he was the main attraction. He think he motherfucking David Ruffin from the Temptations the whole time. He oldest. Nigga oldest. You oldest. So he type motherfucker get his hair done. Now he want to go outside. He been in the house funky 4 days of the week. He get his hair done on Friday. He outside the whole weekend. You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
No, I get it. I lost a mom at 21. I'm just saying that type of pain and trauma, you know, like, and that was from natural causes, but like that type of pain and trauma that your son has to live with for the rest of his life, you would never allow anybody to inflict that type of pain. I mean, not F Romeca, but like if you feel like you don't rock with her, she should be off limits from anybody doing anything to her because she's always going to be your family and connected. Y'all share a child together. That's what I'm saying. Like, where's the loyalty to that situation?
Ain't no loyalty. He don't got none. He don't got none. But Damo, come in.
What up, Keys?
What's the word? What's the word?
How you doing?
Pretty good.
My issue with hold on, Keys. I don't know if you can hear me. Hold on. Can
Yeah,
you hear
okay.
me?
I hear you now. Yeah, yeah.
So my issue with the whole situation is I think people are missing the fact that we make people look at us like that. So you just had a young lady up there and she was talking about, you know, if it was a Caucasian woman, it would be more protests. But we made the case like this. We were messy and we were toxic with it. We were spreading false narratives about why Romeca was killed or gunned down, excuse my language. We were also talking about a lot of people was defending Carlos in the beginning. They was defending Holly in the beginning. No one stuck to the facts. CCT surveillance in Chicago should have been the first piece of evidence that they ran to. You feel me?
Yeah.
It should have never escalated to everyone's cell phone footage and all of this other shit that they
Did
had going on.
CCC put it out though?
So we make
This
people look
this
at us the way that we do as
did
just people.